welcome to DryerDays Art Studio. And Catherine, thank you so much for being here today. Well, in this video, we're gonna work on this unique red and gold tray. You can see my little reflection there in this beautiful glass-like finish. I did do a flood coat on here. And you could actually even use this side too if you wanted more gold than red. And I did a couple of coasters to go with it. Again, same technique, which I'm gonna show you in this video. These molds are actually on sale in my store, and once they sell out, that's it. I'm not carrying them anymore. I don't have that many of them left. So if you're interested, hop over to DryerDaysArtStudio.com. I will link everything in the video description below. I am having a sale from July 1st to July 7th, 15% off everything in the shop products tab of my store, which is basically everything except for my artwork and the DD art boxes. I'm also going to link below my affiliates that are participating in the sale. I hope you guys, if you are familiar with any of them, use their code in my store. And yeah, so let's get right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Hey everybody, okay, so I just wanted to show you the pieces out in the sunlight so you can see how sparkly and beautiful that gold gala glitz is in there in the middle. I'll show you how I lay all this down, but just look at that mica pigment and everything just so beautiful and gleaming in there. And really, I like both sides of these. They turned out very differently, but I really like them each. We're gonna use the unique tray mold and the matching coasters here that you can find in my store, DryerDaysArtStudio.com. As always, everything will be linked below. And as I mentioned earlier, these are all on sale. And once they are gone, that's it. I'm not getting any more. And the reason for that is I have designed more molds of my own, more coaster molds, and a tray mold that is going to be coming very soon. I'm so excited about it. So I'm phasing these out. What I'm doing here is I'm taking my gold sparkle pigment, which is a lighter color gold and much more sparkly than my gold metallic pigment. And someone had given me the tip to dip a brush in rubbing alcohol and then get the pigment on my brush before I applied it to my molds, because in a previous video I was trying to put the mica powder on the edges and it was getting all over the place. And so somebody told me just wet it with either water or rubbing alcohol, and actually I tried it with both and it was not really making a difference. It was still, pigment was going everywhere. I don't know if it's because this gold sparkle pigment is very, very light. I mean, it floats in the air. It is super, super light, but it's still just kind of got all over the surface of the molds, and I did have to clean it up a little bit with a baby wipe. I was okay with it because I really do like the end result, how it looks on the finished pieces. But yeah, if anybody has any more tips or tricks on how to keep that pigment nice and solidified and together and on just the edges of the mold, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying all kinds of things, but I mean, like I said, I like how it turns out, the end product, but it is kind of messy when you're doing this and you're trying to keep it contained. And normally I have gloves on. I didn't put gloves on because I thought it would be more contained, but it was kind of flying all around. So just something to bear in mind. As you can see, they all have their edges done in the gold sparkle, and you can see how it got on that surface, and that's even still after I cleaned it up with a baby wipe. So it really was going all over the place. I am using my Total Boat countertop epoxy, which is linked below as well if you want to try them out with a discount code for your first purchase if you have not tried them out before. And I'm starting with just putting a little bit of clear in the middle here where I want to put my gold gala glitz. And to start out here, I did put some of that gold gala glitz into some clear resin that I'm drizzling on here. In the end, I will drizzle it on just on its own. You'll see that later, but for now I wanted to get the piece started with some of this right in the center and pretty fluid right there in the middle. And this is the Ruby Slippers pigment from DryerDays Art Studio and Color Joy, my brand that I created for pigments. And just going around the clear circle that we started. At first I thought with these I wanted to have some clear negative space. So now we're gonna drizzle back on the clear mixed with the gold gala glitz to try to push that red towards the outer edges. I do end up sort of filling it in with the gala glitz that I do dry at the end. Again, you'll see that, but I knew the gold gala glitz it has glass glitter in it and tiny little beads of gold. It's really, really pretty. I have a silver one as well, and anything that's glass is gonna be really heavy and it's gonna sink. So I knew that this was going to go straight down to the mold, and as well, I wasn't really sure how much that gold sparkle was going to show up on the surface of the mold. So I did want some of that gold gala glitz to sink and to give us a little bit of dimension. But like I said, I needed to maintain it also on this side facing up, which is kind of hard to do with glass glitter because it does just sink like a rock. And right there I did give a little spritz of rubbing alcohol that I like to do when I'm using my silicone molds to help pop any bubbles. And I'm using that gold sparkle again, coming around in a circular motion, a little bit more of a unique shape in a circular motion, trying to kind of keep with the shape of the different molds. I do like to really stay in the warm categories, so here you'll see me using really warm colors. I really like to add the black pearl to most of my pieces just to give us some lowlights and dimension. And I'm just going to drizzle this all on, and then I'm going to come in and hit with my heat to get us some really beautiful effects and marrying these pigments together. And as I like to do, I'm just going to keep building, going over in the same direction and motion using the same technique, periodically hitting with my heat gun, also spritzing with the rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I have completely filled up these molds. Okay, I wanted to see a little bit more blending going on between the colors here, so I actually took some ruby slippers and mixed in some black pearl to give us this beautiful deep red, almost like a wine red. And following that around, and I will hit that again with my heat, and it's really going to help bring all of these colors together. Okay, so as you can see, the resin has really moved around. It's pretty much gonna stay here. The resin is still tacky, but it's not really moving anymore. And so now I'm just gonna come in with that gold gala glitz, and I'm gonna gently sprinkle it so it doesn't go all over the place, just in the center of these pieces. I think it's really pretty in that big tray mold. It almost makes it look like a flower, with the center of the flower being the beautiful gold pieces. I do like the gold gala glitz. It's just so cool with the different size pieces and then the little tiny metallic balls that are in there. It just gives it such a cool texture. And again, we're doing this now because glass glitter sinks, and I wanted to wait until the resin had firmed up a little bit and wasn't going to go anywhere so that I could sprinkle this on. And then I am going to complete these with a flood coat while they are still in the molds to really give a nice covering to this glass glitter that we just laid down. And here's our clear flood coat resin. This is still using tabletop epoxy from Total Boat. And I just want to reiterate here that when I'm using silicone molds of any kind, shape or size, I only use my heat gun and or spritzing of the rubbing alcohol. I never use a torch or any kind of open flame because I have completely ruined molds and pieces before using a flame. The flame will melt the silicone. It will essentially fuse to your resin. And when you go to demold your piece, it will tear your mold and you will have silicone left on your piece. So just from doing this in the past, I just don't use it at all anymore. And I make mention of that in the store in all of my silicone products in their description, because you know, it's just, you want to take care of these. These will last you such a long time. You can reuse them and reuse them and reuse them as long as you're taking care of them. Okay, now the demolding. I have my crafting nippers to the side there and my sanding paper in case I have to do any finishing along the edges. There were only a couple pieces right there that I could pick off very nicely. I did a teeny bit of sanding just to make that edge a little bit softer, being careful not to scuff up my beautiful flood coat that I just did. These demold beautifully, as you see. Nothing is sticking. No silicone has melted to my resin because I didn't use a torch or flame. And yeah, these are really nice sturdy molds. I have enjoyed using them in my studio, but like I said, I'm just phasing them out because I am getting my own molds in that I designed, and I'm so excited for them. I can't wait to show them to you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's totally free for you, and I have hours and hours and hundreds of totally free content and tutorials for your binging pleasure. Here they are one more time out in the sun. Thank you once again for watching, and until next time, everybody, keep on pouring. Hi, I'm Catherine from DryerDays Art Studio. This is the tray. It's a small tray, and I made some matching. These molds are actually on sale in my store, and once they sell out, that's it. I'm not carrying them anymore, and I don't have that many